Hello, this is Tsukihime, or Okyo Kwanji 2010. I'm still in debating which username I should use. I'm starting to think Tsukihime because that's the one I've been using more often. Anyway, welcome back to Tales of Phantasia, the Game Boy Advance re-release for the US. Anyway, big news. I do have a select screen. Okay, so this is how the select menu screen looks like, and I still have the mouse on the screen. Sorry about that. Alright, so anyway, this is how you look at things on your menu. First off, I'm gonna go over this in the custom part here. Display type, I can use that. Or I can use that. Personally, I like using this, so that's what I'm gonna keep it as now. So anyway, to go over everything, skill, he doesn't have one yet. I thought he had one. You don't have a skill, Chris? Wow. Some son of a sword master you are. Do you have any sword? No? Well, he wouldn't have any sword skills. He's a archer, actually. Equipment, so you can see your equipment and such if you want to. I don't have very much equipment here to work with. Oh, that's the items. Oh, okay, for a second there I thought he had no equipment. I was thinking, how's he gonna shoot arrows if he has no bows? Alright, strategy. It's very basic. Like, this is the first game in the series, not the Game Boy Advance version, but the Super Famicom version, so all the things that you know and love in the games after this one is a lot more complex than it is in this one. Like, I can choose for at once. At once basically means charge at your enemy, use all your tech points. That's what TP stands for. Use all your tech points all at once. That kind of strategy. Moderation is, I think, use about 50 to 75% of your... Well, I think it's keep 50 to 75% of your TP. I'll just keep it, use it in moderation. Counter is just retaliate if you're being attacked. Do not use basically is don't use any kind of tech skills, or any magic or anything like that. Just don't use anything like that and just attack physically all the time. And guard is basically just what it means. Just shield yourself and let the chips fall where they may. I don't think I've ever had to use it. I'd say I probably had to use it in the late game, but that's very, very rare circumstances where I'd need to use that strategy. Form, you can change where your characters show up on your screen when you get into a fight. This is very useful, otherwise you would not want to start a fight with Chester in front. He's an archer. He's supposed to be behind you, supporting you. But I like having him here. I like having Chris here. That's fine for now. Titles. So he has only one title, Apprentice Swordsman. I don't think it has any growth factors. I don't know if this applies to the Tales of Phantasia version for this. I'm pretty sure there was no titles in the Super Famicom version. That was the title aspect of the game was introduced later, I think. But anyway, the titles, I believe, affect your growth. So, like, he starts off as a hunter. I don't think he has any stat growths on hunter, but he does have stat growths on kind brother. In the later games, certain titles changed what your clothing was. So you'd see that in the Tales of Symphonia and games like that, but that kind of aspect is not introduced here. Cooking. You can make a hamburger and rice ball, but there's 25 recipes. Like I said, this is all very basic, and cooking wasn't even implemented in the older game. I think it was something like the Okami Astral Pouch, actually. Status. Yeah, so that's your status screen. You scroll down and it'll tell you what you're wearing and what your strengths are and stuff like that. Chester Burklight, kind brother. And just to give him a little bit more screen time, this is Chris. And that's his stats so far. And that's sleep, that's for, if you're using your Game Boy Advance, but I am not. Alright, So, getting used to all the buttons again. Okay. And let's leave. Oh, hello there, Chris. Leaving already, Master? I am. And where are you two headed? We're going hunting in South Forest. That will be excellent practice. Yeah, especially for Chris. He's a swordsmaster's son and he has no tech skills. That's embarrassing, man. You should be very embarrassed. Actually, maybe that's what I have to do to trigger this. Nope, still can't go in there. I guess I can't go in there for this version. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, out I go. Welcome to the world map. Oh, no, didn't want to go into there. Anyway, this is the world map. It's like the Mode 7 scenario with this. Almost. It will be once later on in the game. You'll understand why. But anyway, I'll use my mouse here now. This is the town, as you can see. That's our map. There's another town up there flashing in red, but we don't have to go there yet. They want us to go south, so let's go south. Into South Forest. The wild boar! Not a wild boar, but the wild boar. After it! Alright. Oh, here's a chest. And a random encounter. For flying enemies, you can attack... if you press up and attack, you can actually attack them in the air with a jump attack like what I'm showing here. And that's another one for if you're too close to... if the enemy is close to you. This is the standard attack. Alrighty. I did it! Yeah, and gold is the money system here. Apple gels are the potions of the game. It heals 30% of your max HP. And life bottles are like Phoenix Downs in the Final Fantasy series. They'll heal your... they'll just revive you with a small amount of HP. And yes, these trees are hard to navigate around. Bugbears and an owl. So that's the good thing about being too far away from him, is by the time he swings, I'm running away. Yeah, that jump attack does not work for ground enemies very well. I find the Game Boy Advance version a little bit harder to deal with, even though there's more features and a lot better in that regard. I did it. I'd still rather the art style and such of the other versions. Cheese is, as you can tell, probably a food ingredient. And I just leveled up, and we got a new skill. Let's check that out. Okay. Demon Fang. It's kind of like the staple tech for the swordsman in your Tales games. Usually it's Demon Fang. Now I believe I gotta press X or something to activate it in battle. I'll find out in my next fight. I see it over there. Okay, so we're chasing a boar through the woods. Not exactly saving the world material, but you take what you can get. Oh, Demon Fang isn't going to work very well against these guys. Alright, stand corrected. Okay. I'll go over skills a little bit more later when I actually start getting more. When things start getting more complicated by which skill I want to use. There we go. Oh, Chris is actually low health. I did it! Okay. Alright, so I have 3 apple gels, a life bottle, and cheese. I'm gonna use 2 just to keep up with it. Chester won't need apple gels that much. There we go. Huh? It's gone. I'll go check over there. And off he goes. I know it went this way. Oh my god, the tree. Oh my god. Yeah, that voice thing cracked badly. Do not defy. Like, yeah, that's a good way to introduce a old Tales fan into the series. Have a voice clip cut off. Yeah, so that was an acid trip where he sees this tree before it dies. Okay, nothing over there. How about you? You okay, Chris? I'm fine. Oh no, it's the boar. And this is the first boss battle ever. I'm just gonna spam Demon Fang until I run out. And I sometimes managed to kill the boar and the baby boars, but the baby boars are going to try to escape, and there's only one of them left now. I'd say that, yeah, the last one's gone now. Sometimes, sometimes I might grind up a few levels and actually try to defeat the boar faster so I can actually get the babies, but it doesn't really matter if you don't get them, it's just more experience.
I did it.
Yep, and that's the victory music. You finally get to hear it. It's a big one. That's what she said. This alone should be enough. Let's get back to the village. Oh no! Danger music! It's the village bell. I wonder what's going on. Let's find out. Hurry! Okay. Run! Am I gonna be attacked? I am. Okay. That's the bad thing about Chester, is that he's a bit slow on the attacking, and if you're far away, he might not actually attack. Like, he'll shoot arrows, but it won't. He's not even aiming at anything. I love it when he does that jumping attack, because it hits just about everything. Yeah, that was just him firing blindly just then. It happens when Cress is too far away from him. Chester will still fire to make it seem like he's doing something, but he's really not hitting anything at that point. Alright. I'm automatically on running, by the way. I'm not actually pushed any running buttons. And then here we go, and what's wrong? Oh my god, the place is gone. This can't be. I'm gonna go check out my house. Well then. This is not good. Somebody attacked the village. Oh no. They're all dead. Who could do such a thing? Oh my. I know when I first saw this whole scene when the town gets destroyed. When I first saw this in Super Nintendo version, I was very, very touched by this scene. It was very, very touching. Well, he rang the bell up until the end. And he just says they're all dead. Oh no, it's dead. Oh wow, it actually animated the blood in that. Hang in there, Mom. Chris, you must flee. Flee to your uncle's place in Euclid in the north. They're after your pendant. Who's after it? Who the heck did this? Oh. Yeah, this scene really did get me really choked up when I first saw this scene. I'm sorry. 5 minutes of silence for Cress's parents. And Amy. In the anime, this went by so much differently, but just leave them like this? I can't do that. Go alone if you must. I'm gonna give them a proper burial even if I have to do it alone. If whoever attacked the village returns, they're liable to kill you too. Sorry, Chris. It's what I need to do, Chester. You go on ahead. It's too risky for us both to stay here. I'll meet up with you later, I promise. I'll hold you to that. You can count on me. We'll get our revenge together. That's a lesson for the kids. Well then, everybody's dead. They're after your pendant. I wonder if she meant this one that my father gave me. I better leave quick. Chester will be safer here without me. Okay, so now we found out that the reason why the village was destroyed was because they were looking for his pendant the whole time. Now there is an item up here that I can get now, but I am not getting it. You'll see why. That's your sister? I had no idea. I really didn't. Like I said, the fan translation was vastly different than the GBA official release for North America. They were to be married next month. How could this happen? I think for everybody else, it just says they're all dead. Or that, okay. Forgive me for not teaching you how to sword fight. Okay, and with that very somber note, I'll just end the video here. I'm just making a batch of videos to upload. Anyway, next time we've already escaped the town, but next time we'll go north to Euclid to see our uncle. Hopefully he'll have some answers. Or at the very least, you'll be able to get some help. Anyway, this is Tsukihime signing off. Have a good day.